We all know that doing a warm-up is really important. Yet, most of us end up skipping it. Why? Because it is boring. And when you've slotted in just about 1 hour of exercise into a jam-packed work schedule, you don't want to waste even one valuable, fat-lasting minute working on a tedious warm-up. So what's the solution then? Well, to start with, we've made a list of some of our favorite warm-ups, which not only do their job in as little time as possible, but they also keep things interesting. Hip escapes are sure to give you a flying start to your workout day. This is a full-body warm-up and pulls the blood towards all the working muscles of the body. Start slow and then pace it up as you start to feel warm. Jumps and hops with all its variations is another great way to start your workout. Just 2 minutes into this warm-up should make you feel warm and should bring on the first of the sweat. This is a good indication that you're ready for exercise. The sprawl is a martial arts inspired move that also works as a great warm-up. Be light on your feet, focus on agility and do a few sets on each side. It sure beats walking for 5 minutes on a treadmill, doesn't it? So why should you be doing a warm-up? Well, for many reasons. Firstly, a warm-up literally warms you up. It warms up your muscles, ligaments and tendons. And warmer muscles and joints means they're going to be more pliable and less likely to tear. Secondly, a warm-up leads to a blood shunt in the body, which means that more blood flow is going to be redirected to the working muscles of the body, and all that extra blood is coming rich with nutrients and with oxygen. And finally, and most importantly of all, a warm-up raises your heart rate at a safe pace. If you don't warm up, your heart rate will rise very rapidly, which means that you're going to get tired in no time. But strength training requires a more specific warm-up. For example, if you're going to do a bench press as your main workout, start with a few dynamic movements to open up the chest and arm muscles that you will be recruiting later. Follow this up with a quick session of dynamic stretches for all these muscles. Then, do a body weight warm-up set of push movements. 10 to 15 push-ups, for example, are perfect to recruit all the muscles that you will need for those power bench presses later. And then, do 2 light warm-up sets on the bench, pressing 50% of the weight that you will be lifting for the actual workout. Now, you are ready for the real thing. Take the weight which you've chosen for your workout and aim for 3 straight sets. A warm-up like this one, with a slow progression of waking up and recruiting all the muscles that you need, will ensure that you can lift maximum weight without tiring out. Let's take another example. Say you're going to do weighted squats for your main workout. It's a good idea to start with some myofascial release, using a foam roller or even a medicine ball to pull in the blood and relax the muscles that you want to recruit for the exercise. Follow this up with a quick session of cycling, 5 minutes or until you start to break into a sweat. Then for some dynamic stretches for the hips, quads, glutes, hams and calves. Then move on to a stability session like single leg movements on the Bosu ball. This will activate all the tiny stabilizing muscles in your lower body that will help you in your workout. And finally, try some body weight squats as a rehearsal movement to the main workout. You can do this on the Bosu ball or even on the floor using 50% of your workout weight. Now you are ready. Grab that full weighted barbell and proceed to your main workout without fear of injury and with full confidence that you've recruited more muscle than usual with this specific warm-up. And now for some myth busting. To stretch or not to stretch, that is the question. But what is the answer? Latest evidence does suggest that the previously glorified idea of doing a lot of static stretches before a workout, and by that I mean to slowly move the muscle into a position where it just about starts to hurt and then hold it there briefly, doesn't quite work. It may not prevent injury. In some cases, it's been seen to impair strength and speed in athletes. And if you do a lot of static stretches before you lift weights, don't be surprised if you end up feeling a little weaker, even wobblier than you previously expected. Instead, it is recommended to do dynamic stretching before any workout. Dynamic stretching means giving the muscles some tension and then a quick release. Leg swings, forward and back, are great dynamic stretches for the hip muscles and also act as stretches for the hamstrings and the quadriceps. Upper body rotation works as a good dynamic stretch for all the muscles of the upper back and is a good way to start your upper body routine. Lateral dynamic stretches the sides of the body as well as the arms. Neck stretches are important because ignoring the delicate neck region during a warm-up may lead to unnecessary stiffness and pain later. The shoulder dynamic stretch is a favorite amongst most weightlifters. It makes the blood rush to the complex shoulder girdle joint and is a highly recommended dynamic stretch for your upper body movements. The best time for static stretches is right after the workout. So if you started with a good warm-up session and ended it with a good session of static stretches, well, you're pretty much there.